In a city known for a high retention rate among its elected officials, Maple Grove will soon welcome 2 new members to its council chambers. Kristy Janigo and Rachelle Johnson will take over the seats held by retiring council member Phil Leith and longtime member Karen Jaeger. Not so surprising was Maple Grove's strong voter turnout, 72% to be exact, well above the statewide average of 60%. And of the city's nearly 50,000 registered voters, Maple Grove showed strong absentee voting numbers.
Prior to the election, we had about 6,500 folks that voted absentee in person here at the Government Center, and then about a little over 4,000 that were absentee mail-in ballots.
That equated to the need of fewer polling places.
This is the first year that we reduced our precincts from 24 to 15, and that was really kind of about this trend of absentee voting being really strong and the number of people showing up at the polls on Election Day really going down.
On this year's ballot was the much-discussed question of the local option sales tax. It called for a half-cent sales tax over the next 20 years to fund an expansion and renovation of the Maple Grove Community Center.
That ballot question passed on a 55 to 44% margin, which I think is pretty typical of these types of questions that you see in the suburban area. A couple other cities had local option sales tax questions this election, including Edina, Oakdale, and pretty similar margins when those items are passing.
The measure is expected to raise $90 million of the $116 million cost of the project, with non-residents paying about 55% of that. In the end, Nelson says the city couldn't have had the smooth election it did without the help of some special citizens.
A huge thank you and debt of gratitude to all of the election judges that served, as well as our existing staff, to make this election go so smoothly.
To learn more about Maple Grove's election results, visit the city's website, maplegrovemn.gov.
Learn more about The Connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.